Yo, what's good, guys? So, as you can tell, got the Space Jams, and I thought, well, why not do a comparison with this year's release with the 2000 pair, but I don't have the 2009 pair, so I said, well, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. So yeah, let's get into it. These were here because of the movie Space Jam, MJ plush toy. He actually has Space Jams on. Chill here, buddy. And you have this one, Still Talks. Little dusty. I don't know if y'all can tell, but he's actually wearing Space Jams in here. So this past weekend, the Space Jams released. Originally, the Space Jams released in 2000 for the public, which is these guys here. But when the movie came out, or when the shoe originally came out, there were samples. And on the back it had a 45, and the Jumpman was a different color. I don't know how many pairs exactly. And these are basically, for comparison, the OG Columbia's. Get into this box real quick. This is the box. Slides out, number 45. This is really cool. Little metallic-y, shiny galaxy thing. My original receipt. Plastic is black along with this white paper and has 45 on the black part. And more paper. One thing I did want to mention is the box looks like this. Jumpman. Set this aside. This release was actually a lot easier than I thought. So originally in 95, 96, they released the Space Jams, but it was only for the movie and it was samples. Again, like I said, I don't know how many pairs exactly. Had the 45 on the back. 2000, they released the actual pair for the general public. Retro model, original colorway. From time to time again, I get asked, since I have the completed set of the original 95, 96 11s, I get asked from time to time like, Rolo, how come you don't have the OG Space Jams? I go like, well, they never released to the public. And then in 2009, they retro them again. I actually ended up selling those because I needed the money at the time, so unfortunately I don't have those. When they finally retroed it again, I was like, hey, I'm gonna go in and try to pick up a pair, and it was kind of easy getting these. On my Instagram and Twitter, I saw a lot of people actually winning them, even multiple pairs, 2, 3. I saw some people win like 6 raffles and stuff. I'm like, okay, if you were one of the people that were unfortunate to get a pair, you guys can comment down below on why you guys didn't win. Was it because of the raffle system? Was it actually a lot harder than it was? I picked up these, obviously, and there's just a couple things I want to point out. Is the glue that they use. They're not using that glue that I believe what causes this little orange yellow thing around the traction pods here. I'm pretty sure you guys seen it, where even if you kept the DS, it's still yellow even around the traction pods, but not really the sole technically. It's because of the glue they're using. I call it the rat poison glue. It stinks, it smells hazardous. They're not using that glue on here. Let me just take this out, unlace these real quick. Man, they lace these so tight. Little shoe tree. Check out that. If you're curious to know what the stamp is, it's a blue stamp. 102816N6. Here's like a side-by-side comparison. Now, because they're brand new, the mesh is a little thinner on the uppers. On the 2000 pair, has a little more padding, I would say. I don't know if it's because it's brand new or this one's been broken into. Now, the laces, believe it or not, the 2000 pair is actually smaller and rounder, while the 2016 pair is actually a lot more thicker. It's like the original laces, which is a lot more thicker. You can see it here with all 3. It's a lot thicker or very similar to it. So the 2000 pair actually has the laces a lot more smaller, because I know some people even complain with the laces. Now, the cut is obviously one of the big things that a lot of people always talk about. Now, the 2000 pair on the patent leather has a black outlining, which you can see here. On the 2016 pair, it doesn't have it. The padding on the back heel area, a lot more thinner, a little less padding. Like I said, I don't know if it's brand new, if it's not broken into. That's a little more stiff, not as much padding. On the 2000 pair is a lot more padding, more comfortable. It wraps around your foot. The big obvious difference is the 23 on the back. The 2000 pair actually has 23 printed on there. They also used a different material. While the 2016 pair obviously has a 45 stitch, will make it last pretty much a very long time. They did use a different material and it's slightly less padded. Now, the obvious Jumpman color, one is blue and one is purple, the Space Jam color purple. This is exactly how they both look. I did also want to show the thickness of the patent leather. You guys can see it right here. The 2000 pair is a little more thicker, while the 2016 pair is slightly thinner. And let's go into everyone's favorite discussion, The soles, I don't like how blue it is. I like it how icy it is. It's too blue. I kind of like the aged look. This is probably another complaint that a lot of people talk about, which is the soles. You know, when they retro the Space Jams in 2009, it had again like a blue tinted sole, and I told people it's basically another way to spot the newer retros from the older retros. But I told everybody, is like, you know, as time passes by, they're not gonna be blue. They're gonna turn yellow and show its character. I think that's another reason why people like yellowed soles. It shows the character in it. Some people like icy soles. It's always a toss-up in between the air. Let me know what you guys think down below on what you guys like. Icy blue soles, or aged look, or a more clear sole look. It's always been a debatable topic. You have the icy blue soles, along with aged yellow look. I need to ice these bad boys up. I wanted a lighter shade of yellow. Now here's a look at the carbon fiber. 2000 pair has like a more rounder shape of squares, if that makes any sense, while the 2016 pair of the Space Jams is more of like a blocky square type shape. Here's another thing I noticed on the 2000 pair, right by the lace holder, is a slightly height difference, which you can see here, while the 2016 pair cuts it a little bit more shorter. Here's another closer look on the lace holder part. The 2000 pair seems more detailed and fine, along with the 2016 pair. Seems a little less detailed, but that's another closer look at that. This is another closer look at both the mesh. This one's from the 2000 pair, obviously, and this is from the 2016 pair. Another reason why the 2000 pair stands out more is because of the padding that's included, while the 2016 pair has a little less padding. That's why it doesn't stick out as much. On the tongue on the 2000 pair says Jumpman Jam. On the 2016 pair says Jumpman Jordan. Now the 2000 pair feels true to size, feels great. The 2016 pair, when I tried them on, fits true to size to me, fits great. I have a more narrow foot rather than a wider foot, so they fit more true to size for me. Now if you were to ask me what I think about the release, I think they did a good job. I think it's great. Other people hate it, dislike it. They have their 2009 pair that's still good, or they were just looking for something to replace the 2000 or the 2009 pair. I have no complaints about this shoe. Some people say, again, it's probably the price, didn't resell so much. The sole doesn't bother me at all, because over time it's just gonna age, and it's just gonna change this, and you can ice them up, make them look clear, less blue, however you want. Again, there's always been that debatable topic of, do you like the blue sole, the clear sole, the yellow sole, the aged look? Overall for me, I think it was a great release. I have no complaints. People didn't like it because of the shape or the toe box. I don't know. People will complain about a lot of things with a lot of retros. I'm just happy to gain another pair. So yeah, that was my pickup. Let me know what you guys think down below. If you guys got a pair, what you guys didn't like about it, what you guys liked about it. Let me know down in the comments below. Always like reading what you guys think. If the price is too high, you didn't like the sole, if you didn't get lucky on the raffle, or for whatever reason, always like reading the comments down below. Now the other thing I wanted to talk about was a couple days ago they announced the 2017 Jordan Brand releases that they're going to be retroing. One of the things that stood out the most was the Nike Air on the Bread 4s or Black Cement 4s, whatever you guys want to call them. On the box it says Black Cement. Some people call them Bread 4s, whatever you guys really want to call them. They're coming out again with the Nike Air. These are from '99. They said they're gonna retro again the Royals. This is the 2001 pair. I do have the 85 original pair, the Royals. So they said that they're gonna retro these again, along with the Shadows that came out in 2013, 2009, and the original ones from '85. I have the 85 pair, the originals, but I don't have the 2009. But I do have the 2013 pair of the Shadows. I ended up getting these as a birthday gift, thanks to Kai. Kai, if you're watching this, I still remember. Thank you. And black and red Bread 13s are retroing again. This is actually original pair from '98. So what are my thoughts on them retroing? Well, I always tell people, if they retro it, I'm always happy. If I get the shoe, I get the shoe. If I don't, I'll just move on to the next one. As you guys can pretty much tell, I have a lot of shoes here. And one of the things I get most is like, do I wear my shoes? And of course I wear my shoes. Some creases on the Shadows, on the Royals, on the Bread 13s. I wear my shoes, but I rotate them every other month, so it makes them still look brand new. The one thing that popped up that stood out the most to me were these three right here. You guys know me, I'm a sucker for Nike Air. Of course, when I saw them that they're gonna be retroing this and it's confirmed, I was like, oh, it's like when I don't want to buy shoes, they always find some way to reel me back in. If you guys feel that way, let me know down in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. The Shadows, I could use another pair. I wear these a little more than usual. And another one that caught a lot of people's eyes was the Royals. The 2001 pair actually has a nubuck swoosh. I don't have the latest retro, so that would actually be really cool to come up on those. Now those three were the main ones that actually stood out that I really want. Now another reason why I wanted to make this video was basically to see what you guys think about the 2017 releases, and also your thoughts on the Space Jams that just released this weekend. I'm just one person's opinion. I think it's great. I'm just always happy if Jordan Brand puts out an original colorway that I've always wanted, or I want them retro. I did, however, also wanted to mention that the homie MJO23 Dan also did a comparison with actually the three pairs of the 2000, the 2009, I don't have the 2009 Space Jams, and the 2016 Space Jams. I'll put it up here, down below in the description. Marvin, aka MJO23 Dan, if you're watching this, homie, shout out to you. I know you're always doing these videos of comparisons. We're one of the few people that do the older retros and the OGs as comparison with the new ones. Yeah, and shout out to Marvin. He did it first, but you know, I told him, I was like, hey, I know you did it, but I'm gonna do mine anyways. I'll give my thoughts and everything. So yeah, because everyone has their own opinion and this is just mine. So yeah, again, shout out to Marvin. And here's another question. What are some retros that you want to be retroed? For me, would be the Cool Gray 4s that came out in 2004. I love this colorway. It's probably one of my more favorite colorways that they did on the 4s. The nubuck is cracking, peeling. This pair is still kind of wearable, but yeah, Cool Gray 4s is one of my favorite colorways, and hopefully they can retro because I think this one is pretty much done. Hope you guys like this video. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Hit that thumbs up, it'd really mean a lot to me. If you guys haven't yet, subscribe, and if you guys already subscribed to me, I really appreciate you guys. As always, it's gonna be good. I gotta mention, I actually have a Space Jam poster that's framed. This is the actual movie poster from the movie theaters. I got this one to John, aka Fully Lace in SF. Shout out to John. I still kept it after all these years.